right then. It is Tuesday. Happy Impeachment Day. So the Dems are actually going through with this thing. Meanwhile, they're spending $484 million on National Guard troops who appear to be permanently stationed in D.C. Nobody has received their checks yet, promised by Joe Biden. When are people going to learn? I mean, if it's very obvious that politicians are trying to buy your vote by saying, you vote for me, you'll get $2,000. You're not going to get $2,000. And then they change their story, like Biden saying, well, we're going to get you your $1,400 like promised. These people don't math well. What should you expect? I mean, look at the national debt. It's another one of the rioters who was arrested for being at the Capitol building. Turns out he worked for the FBI. Huh. Never heard that story before. Never heard about somebody in some sort of high-profile historic event working for the FBI or the CIA or the NSA. No, that never happens. Never. So, I mean, that's just a shocker, right? So, I am working on another project. Highly doubt I'll be able to pull this one off, but I'm trying to get as much done as I can in the next 6 days. Because on Monday, I start a new job. Ooh, these are fresh deer tracks, like really fresh. Like really, really fresh. And of course there's nothing in sight. So I start this new job on Monday. The upside is it's 4 days a week. Downside, 10-hour days. But I like having more days off than shorter work days. Because unlike some people, I try to account for the travel time, the time that you have to prepare to go to work, the time that it takes you to get home and wind down and eventually just end up going to sleep, because who wants to do anything else by the time you get home from work? That's just a normal 8-hour day. I had jobs in the past that were 12-hour shifts. And I did that for, let's say 2 years. And then all of a sudden they reevaluated our job and they made it a 8-hour shift with like really, really shitty shifts. This was at the hospital. So it was either 7 a.m. to 3, which everybody wanted, because nothing happens at 7 a.m. Then there was the 9:30 to 6, which nobody wanted. Then, of course, was the infamous 3:30 to 11, which again, most people didn't want, but at least you had your morning and part of your afternoon available. That middle shift, except for people who floated around, that one didn't stick around. Nobody wanted to work that. What was the point? You already had 7 to 3:30 and 3:30 to 11, so We already had those shifts overlapping. But yeah, 12-hour shifts, 36 hours a week. And then you have 4 days of your week off. You're working less days than you have off. It was awesome. Pretty much how it should be. I don't blame anybody for liking that type of a job. Come on, admit it. You don't get that kind of view on Gribbly's channel. Not that I'm competing. That guy takes some pretty amazing photos. And if I made more money, well, I probably be buying his photos. But I don't, so I can't. Oh wow. So I'm working. Man, did I totally not talk about that? I'm working on a book that I started 2-3 years ago, and about 1/3 of the way through, because there's technically 4 intertwined stories. The only thing is 2 of them, are connected. And then there's... Anyways, it follows these people during an economic collapse. And, things that they do. This is interesting. I think it's a deer bed. I think there's another one right here. Actually, I'm pretty confident these are deer beds. Interesting. There's a third. That would suck. So glad we have thumbs. So the book is called The Unmovable Mountain. And that's just a phrase I came up with regarding the national debt. And Federal Reserve and all that good stuff. I actually have a character in the book who's a radio DJ, and he keeps telling his audience about, the death of the dollar, and buy gold and check out Bitcoin and all this stuff. You've probably heard people on the radio like that. And, come to find out he's right. And I'm trying to show socially what happens in society during that time, because it's different for a lot of people as to what happens. The rich see it first, but the rich get the profit off of it. Sure, their money's worth less, but then they, because of those zero interest loans and that they get from the government, they can go off and buy expensive paintings and jewelry and all kinds of other stuff, companies, real estate. So overall, it really doesn't affect them, of course. So yeah, so far I'm averaging about 3,000 words a day. I don't understand some of these writers that they're on YouTube and other platforms talking about their writing career, and you get to the end of a 20-25 minute video and they're like, I got 700 words done. That's not bad, right? I'm thinking to myself, Jesus Christ, that's... You did a video where you're working for 5 or 6 hours and you wrote a page. You're really not supposed to be surfing internet porn when you're doing that. Or whatever it is that they're doing. I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense to me. So, yesterday I had a good 2,000 plus day. And then the 1-year-old, she woke up teething about 3 a.m. Couldn't fall back asleep. So I ended up getting the laptop out and writing another 1,200 words. And I wrote another 800 this afternoon, waiting for my turn to take a nap. Because from 3 until about 6, I was up. And everyone woke up at 7. So that was my night. I'm actually pretty surprised at how much I got done. The only downside is I haven't posted anything onto my website in the last day or two. And what's odd about that, doesn't matter what tags you put on your articles or the content per se. It's like after a couple of days, things just immediately drop off unless you constantly have new material on your website. Traffic does not continue. And I kind of get that. Kind of understand why that is. I really got to clear this out when spring comes. So there is that. And I don't know. Overall, I'm actually pretty happy with how things have been going with the website. So, yeah, this is one of the rows of pine trees that we've got on the property. I kind of wish they would have planted these in another direction as a windbreak. These trees are probably a good 50, 60 years old, and no moving them now. So, that book is coming along. I'm 25,000 words in, and it's already outlined, so it's really just writing the material. And, if I just stick with the outline, which never happens, probably be done sooner than later. So anyways, ooh, here's a nice deer trail. Does not hurt to follow where the deer have gone, because animals like the path of least resistance. So if you want to know how to move around in your property, just follow the deer. And I'm guessing this is, what the heck? It's like 2 more. Unless we've got some bucks that are fighting. It's like 2 more beds down here. And another one right here. So they must actually be using this as like a windbreak. Plus they plop down right underneath this branch. It's interesting. Holy crap. Yeah, I'm starting to think they were just, because there's a lot of deer. Come back here. Actually, some of these are starting to look like they, yeah, like up here they scraped it up so that they could eat. Maybe not. That's still looking like something plopped down. I think the whole herd slept here last night. That's, go figure. Hey, that guy, he can't hunt worth a shit. Go hang out at his house. And here's another one. Anyways, so that's about it. Doing some writing, taking care of some business, got a job. Kind of excited about this job because it's a new company in the area, which means everything is fresh and new. And it's the same work I had before, which is delivering. And except this time I'm not using my car. I get a phone supplied by the company to scan all the packages for deliveries, a gas card to fill the vehicle, and should have wore snowshoes if I was going to be trudging through this. Let's see here, the van, gas card, yeah, phone. It's basically all the stuff that UPS didn't offer. It is a little bit less pay, but considering the hassle and having to pay for my own gas, I'm gonna say that it kind of equals out in the end. So I'll have to wait and see. All right, back at the coop. Just thought I'd get some sun while I could. Take a bit of a walk, have a chat with you, and hope everyone's doing well. Keep on typing.